Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, today we're gonna just do a Divine Masculine check-in and look at what do we need to see for the Divine Masculines. What is the most important message we can get for the DMs today? Okay, thank you, Divine Creator. What do the Divine Masculines need to see today? Oh, we've still got that heartache card. Three of Swords coming out. It came out on the neutral though. What do we need to know about heartache, past, present, and future? Okay, we're going to a collective energy. How does being neutral about heartache affect the Divine Masculine's influence on the collective flow? Okay, I was not planning on using this particular deck, so I buried the guidebook, but flow, number 20. Okay, there is a natural movement of events in the world. So I just asked, how is this neutrality over heartache influencing the Divine Masculines' influence in the world? I think I said. You can see it in phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and flow of oceans and rivers that rise up from the earth then flow to the sea. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement towards a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. So this really speaks of clearing the personal stigmas and obstacles that come from these attachment thinking, suffering thinking. So heartache is, aside from 911 emergencies and real things that are going on that are accidents and unavoidable circumstance. When the dust settles, there are things we can do depending on our alignment or our mindset to move through those things. Damage control, clean up, get back on track kind of energy. So this neutrality about, being in overcoming or victim mentality regarding these things, just naturally, if we're in neutrality about it, the Buddhist way, if we can just be in flow, we're en route to our destination naturally. And it gives us the grace that there isn't this diabolical plan trying to come against us. There isn't this egotistical, I can do no wrong attitude on the flip side of that. There is just this observation and maneuvering based on being able to go with the flow and allow. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You're being called to effortless movements on the path of least resistance. So Divine Masculines, if there are things that are going to be coming up or are coming up right now that challenge your senses, you have put in motion something that you would like to see manifest, trust that whatever is coming up that seems to be contrary to that, trust that it is part of that manifestation that you've asked for, and don't sweat it. Accept that whatever comes up is the quickest route to authentically the answer to your prayer. It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You're called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. So, okay, let's look at what the Divine Masculines have experienced in the past regarding flow and heartache. So, loss of connection. There have been connections that haven't seemed to pan out. the way that you had thought. There are disruptions and heartache and clumsiness and messiness and timing and all of it. So in the past, you were tempted to think things were stacked against you, but with neutrality, it's all part of the process. So some connections that have fallen away were not meant to go forward. Those that leave a lasting imprint, there's wisdom to be gleaned still. What do we see about the present moment regarding flow? Listen. So this conch shell is such a beautiful image of listening to a distant knowing. Reminded that we are connected across time and space to the depths of connection, the depths of the emotion, the depths of the ocean. So whatever you're still connected with on your heart space, just know that those things are not by chance divine masculines. This might be your divine feminine, the spooky action at a distance kind of entanglement on the quantum level. Trust that. Go with the flow, that even if things seem to hit a bump in the road with your feminine, that does not mean you're not meant to be together, that your destined path is being stolen from you. Keep listening to your heart. It's not an all or nothing. There is this distant ocean immediately available if you listen. What is the next step for the masculines? Love. Okay, this card is interesting. It came out in the reverse. This is faith, but look at all the masks on that image. It's quite a discombobulated picture of love here. I don't quite understand that artwork. However, there are masks. I see that. And so the masks are falling off. So I'm being told that if things are not working out the way that you once thought that they should, smoothly, easily, be neutral about it, because there are bigger things going on than meets the eye. If things aren't going the way you thought, take a look at your own alignment, divine masculines. Are you wearing a mask? Are you putting in the effort? Are you sincerely showing up? If you're not ready to walk forward, open-hearted, to see where this connection will go, you might be the recipient of a grace period until you come into that amount of readiness. Some of the things that you might experience with your divine counterpart might feel like it's not flowing easily if you're not ready. You won't have your union taken from you, divine masculines, if things don't work out the way you thought they should. But self-love and grace say, take a look at yourself. If you're not ready, if you felt like the shoes were too big or things were rushed, breathe. This is a grace period coming in. Always look at blessings in disguise. If things don't move forward as quickly as you think, or if it feels like you're going into a speed wobble, it usually will slow in these twin connections. Something will come up. It will look like circumstances are not in favor of it, but really it's the ultimate support, so that masks can drop, so that we can reach it earnestly, authentically, without pressure, without pretense. So yeah, divine masculines, love is not being withheld from you. Stay neutral over this next period of time, because there is a blessing in disguise for your own readiness that you're going to see in some way. It's like a sigh of relief that you don't have to force things prematurely, but It's not all or nothing. There is also a temperance process happening, from what I can feel that way. All right, what can we see for the daily Divine Masculine reading? How are the DMs thinking of these connections and their divine counterpart? How are the DMs feeling on the heart space for their divine counterpart and the connection? What are the DMs being guided to wish for in their own lives and regarding these connections? What are the actions that DMs are being guided? There's that heartache again in the High Priestess. So there's a non-action energy here. What are the DMs being guided to do in their own lives and towards the connections? What is the biggest challenge, spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are things going in the near future? Conscious mind about the connection, Page of Swords, and karma, the awakening. This is also just being curious about the whole journey, seeing it a little bit more deeply for some of the way energy twists and turns and works. So that first message about timing, divine counterparts, divine masculines are starting to understand the sacred blessing in rebellious timelines. I mean that in every sense of the word. Timelines themselves feel rebellious when we can't capture them and control them the way we want, but that can also cause us to have divine detours and be in rebellion for a time, or to point the finger at our counterpart and think that maybe they are somehow being rebellious and not conforming to what should happen. All different ways of looking at it from every side of the angles. So there's an open curiosity, and I am getting neutrality here as well, evolution, where divine masculines are not looking at it as if it's meant for me, it will be easily magnetized or not anymore. They're seeing how energy works on a deeper, more mature level than just face value like that. Temperance, yeah, so this is the temperance process. This is working out some of the imbalances in the divine masculines that have been confusing. This is time